Hello students, this is lecture number 2 in molecular basis of inheritance. In the previous class we discussed about the different subtopics involved in molecular basis. As I told you earlier, it is also one of the important lessons you are going to study in biology second year. In molecular basis of inheritance, the first thing you have to learn as a basic thing is about nucleotide. Nucleotides are the structural and functional units of nucleic acids. Nucleic acids are the molecules which will form the basis for inheritance. That's why we study about nucleic acids exclusively in this chapter. So about nucleic acids we are going to study what is their structure, how they perform function, how they are responsible for inheritance of characters, everything including phenotypical effect, everything we are going to study here. So in this lecture number 2, just let me recall what we have studied in the previous class regarding nucleotide. I told you already, nucleotides are the building blocks of nucleic acid. Each nucleotide is made up of 3 components or 3 parts in it. So each nucleotide is made up of 3 parts in it. In the previous lecture, I was telling you about the sugar molecule present in the nucleic acids. Whether it is DNA or RNA, they are made up of their own nucleotides. Each nucleotide will have 3 parts in it. One is called sugar molecule. Another one is known as nitrogenous base, we are telling, okay, nitrogenous base. And thirdly, there is phosphoric acid also. This phosphoric acid is responsible for giving acidic nature for the nucleic acids. Previously it was called as nuclein, but after understanding its acidic component, it is considered as a nucleic acid actually. As far as the sugar is concerned, we have seen that it is a pentose sugar. This pentose sugar can be containing 5 carbon atoms in it, 10 hydrogen atoms in it, and O5 we have seen. C5H10O5. That is called as ribose sugar chemically. It is considered as ribose sugar, remember. Same ribose sugar will become deoxyribose sugar when it loses 1 oxygen atom. Remember, C5H10O4 is known as deoxyribose sugar. Why we are studying about 2 types of sugar here means ribose sugar is present in RNA, whereas deoxyribose sugar is present in DNA. That makes the major difference between DNA and RNA. So that is regarding sugar molecule. Even in the previous lecture, I told you about the structure of the pentose sugar also. It is made up of a pentagonal ring-like structure like this. Here this is considered as the first carbon atom, second one, third one, fourth one, and fifth carbon atom will be facing outwardly. Whereas between first and fourth carbon atom, there will be, for the sake of stability, they will be forming some bond here. So this is the fifth carbon atom position, remember. This is the sugar molecule. In this sugar molecule, if the second carbon atom has got 1 extra oxygen, it is called ribose sugar. If it has got a second carbon atom, we are talking, if it has got 1 extra oxygen, it will be known as ribose sugar. If this oxygen is not there, only hydrogen is there, means it will be called as deoxyribose sugar. So the main difference between ribose and deoxyribose is the deoxyribose sugar does not contain one oxygen atom. Extra oxygen atom will not be there in the deoxyribose sugar. Okay. Let me come to the second part of this nucleotide, that is known as nitrogenous bases. An important aspect we have to recall here regarding nitrogenous base. The nitrogen containing component present in a nucleotide will be known as a nitrogenous base, we can say. These nitrogenous bases are generally made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen actually. Sometimes there may be some methyl group and other things, or even carbon, hydrogen only will be present there. So basically they are made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. This is regarding nitrogenous base. This nitrogenous base can also be of two types. Just like sugar is of two types, nitrogenous base can also be of two types. One of the nitrogenous bases is called as purine, we are telling here. Purine base they can be called. P-U-R-I-N-E. Okay, this P should be there. Okay, remember it. It is purine, it can be called. Second type of nitrogenous base is known as pyrimidine, we can say here. Okay, pyrimidine, remember. So P-Y-R-I should be there. It should not be A here. Okay, it is pyrimidine. Purine and pyrimidine are the two types of nitrogenous bases. What is the difference between purine and pyrimidine? Please listen. Purines are made up of 9 carbon atoms in them. They are made up of 9 carbon atoms. Purines are made up of 9 carbon atoms. Whereas pyrimidines are made up of 6 carbon atoms in them. Remember, pyrimidine bases are made up of 6 carbon atoms. Purine bases are made up of 9 carbon atoms mainly. Due to the presence of these 9 carbon atoms, a purine can exist in a double ringed structure like this. Remember, the structure of purine, if you see, means it will exhibit a double ringed structure. In this double ringed structure, this can be considered as the first carbon atom. This is the second carbon atom, third one, fourth, fifth, sixth, like that. 6 carbon atoms will form one hexagonal ring. Remaining 3 carbon atoms can be written like this. This is the 7th carbon atom, 8th carbon atom and 9th carbon atom, like that. 9 carbon atoms are located or present in the purine. So purines are containing 9 carbon atoms and they are double ringed structures, remember. Now, what are the types of purine? Purine can be further differentiated into 2 types of molecules actually. One type of purine will be called as adenine, we are telling. Okay, one is called as adenine, remember. Okay, so let me write here. The purine can be of 2 types further. One of the types of purine is known as adenine. Okay, remember the spelling here, adenine. Second type of purine can be called as guanine, we can say. Adenine and guanine are the 2 types of purines present in the nitrogenous bases, otherwise purines we can say here. Adenine and guanine, from the suffix itself, 9 it ends here. So you can remember it is a 9 carbon compound actually. Okay, purines are 9 carbon compound. Second one is pyrimidine. I told you already, pyrimidines are made up of 6 carbon atoms, not 9, 6 carbon atoms. These pyrimidines can be drawn like this in a single hexagonal ring-like structure. It is not a double ringed. Pyrimidines are not double ringed molecules. They are single ringed molecules. In this single ring, this is the first carbon atom, second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth, like this. In anti-clockwise we have to write here. This is regarding pyrimidine. Are you getting my point? There are 3 differences I told you. One is purines are 9 carbon compound, pyrimidines are 6 carbon compound. Purines are double ringed structure, pyrimidines are single ringed structure. What are the examples for pyrimidine means? Remember, in nucleic acids, we can come across three types of pyrimidines. One type of pyrimidine is known as cytosine, we are telling. Remember the spellings carefully, cytosine. Second type of pyrimidine is known as thymine, we can say here. Thymine, thymine. It is not thiamine. Thiamine is there in vitamins. Vitamin B complex, they will be having thiamine in them. B6 like that is thiamine. But here it is called thymine. Thymine. Third type of pyrimidine is known as uracil, remember. So cytosine, thymine and uracil are coming under pyrimidines. Whereas adenine and guanine are coming under purines. Remember students, there are totally 5 types of nitrogenous bases. 2 of them belong to purine category, 3 of them belongs to pyrimidine category. This 2 will be having 9 carbon compound, this will be 6 carbon compound. These are double ringed structure, whereas pyrimidines are single ringed structure. You can ask, where is the nitrogenous base present here? It is called a nitrogen base. Where is the nitrogen present in these molecules means? Please listen. In purine, position number 1, 3, 7 and 9. 1, 3, 7, 9, these positions, these carbon atoms will have nitrogen in them. That is why they are called nitrogenous bases. What are the positions having nitrogen? Position 1, 3, 7 and 9. These 4 positions contain nitrogen in them. So they are called purine nitrogenous bases. What about pyrimidine means? Pyrimidines will be having position number 1 and 3 only. They will be having nitrogen only in 1 and 3. So position number 1 will have nitrogen, 3 will have nitrogen in the case of pyrimidine. Do you get my point? So they are called nitrogenous bases because of what is that? Purine containing 1, 3, 7, 9. In these 4 positions they contain nitrogen. Pyrimidines are having nitrogen only in 2 positions, that is 1 and 3 we can say. I want to tell you one more important point related to pyrimidines. What does that mean? Among the 3 types of pyrimidines, thymine can be found only in DNA. Remember, RNA, ribose nucleic acid, does not contain uracil. Does not contain thymine. Remember, thymine will be found only in DNA, but it is not found in RNA. RNA does not contain thymine, but DNA will contain thymine. What about uracil means? Uracil will be present only in RNA. It will not be found in DNA. Remember, DNA does not contain uracil. Whereas RNA does not contain thymine. Remember. But what about cytosine means? Cytosines are present in both DNA and RNA. Remember, both type of nucleic acids can have cytosine in them. Similarly, both type of nucleic acids can have adenine and guanine also. There is no difference with reference to adenine and guanine. But thymine can be found only in DNA. Uracil can be found only in RNA. That makes another difference between purines and pyrimidines. These are the nitrogenous bases. Now, one important point here is, even though there are 5 types of nitrogenous bases, adenine, guanine, cytosine, thymine and uracil, a given nucleotide will have any one of the bases only. Please remember this point. No single nucleotide will have all the 5 nitrogenous bases. Any one only will be present in that nucleotide. So a nucleotide can have only one type of sugar molecule. Even though there are 2 types of sugar molecule, only one will be present there, depending upon DNA or RNA. Similarly, in nitrogenous bases also, even though there are 5 types, Only one will be present, any one will be present in given nucleotide, except thymine and uracil. Remember that point. That is regarding nitrogenous base. Let me come to the third part present in a nucleotide. First component is sugar, second one is nitrogenous base, third one is phosphoric acid. For phosphoric acid, you can remember H3PO4 is the formula, molecular formula for phosphoric acid. H3PO4. There is a centrally located phosphate group, and it will be having three OH groups like this. Three OH groups are present with this centrally located phosphate, and here one double bond O will be present. So this molecular structure is known as phosphoric acid. Here H3, 3 hydrogen atoms, 4 oxygen atoms and 1 phosphorus group is present. So this is what is that H3PO4 phosphoric acid. In some book it is given as phosphate also. Anyhow, this is regarding what is that a nucleotide. So remember students, nucleotides are the building blocks of nucleic acid. Whether they are DNA or RNA, they are made up of nucleotides mainly. Any nucleotide can have three parts in it. One of them is sugar, another one is nitrogenous base, third one is phosphoric acid. Sugar can be of two types. Either deoxyribose sugar, where one oxygen atom will be less. C5H10O4 is the deoxyribose sugar. Or it may be a ribose sugar, you may be remembering. While ribose sugar can be found only in RNA, that's why it is called a ribose nucleic acid. Deoxyribose sugar will be found only in DNA, remember. Similarly, nitrogenous base means there are two types. Purines are one group, pyrimidines are another group. What is the difference I told you? Around in 2 mark question, differences between purine and pyrimidine can be asked. Remember, purines are 9 carbon compound, pyrimidines are 6 carbon compound. You can make a tabular column and remember it easily. Purines are 9 carbon compound, pyrimidines are 6 carbon compound. Purines are double ringed structure, pyrimidines are single ringed structure. Purines can have nitrogen in positions like 1, 3, 7 and 9. Pyrimidines will have nitrogen in positions like 1 and 3 only. Example for purine is adenine and guanine. Example for pyrimidine is cytosine, thymine and uracil. Don't forget to remember the spelling of pyrimidine. It is not pyramid, okay, it is pyrimidine. Here also thymine, not thiamine. Remember the spellings. Among them, I told you another important point. While thymine can be found only in DNA, uracil can be found only in RNA. Remember, this is regarding nitrogenous base. Thirdly, phosphoric acid we have seen, H3PO4. This I told that molecular formula also. This is the basic structure of a nucleotide. So in a given nucleotide, there will be only one sugar molecule, not both of them will be found in any nucleotide. Any one only will be present. Only one nitrogenous base, remember, even though there are 5 types of nitrogenous base, any one only will be present here. Then I told you there will be one phosphoric acid. Of course, in phosphoric acid there is only one type. These 3 components will form a larger structure called nucleotide. Those nucleotide will be arranged in polymer-like structure. That is called a nucleic acid. So nucleic acids are made up of nucleotide. Nucleotide is made up of sugar, nitrogenous base and phosphoric acid. I will give you half a minute time just to make note of these points. We will continue further. Hey students, might have copied this one. Let me continue further points here. So basically, which type of sugar is present in nucleic acid means pentose sugar. They will be containing carbon, hydrogen and oxygen only. So depending upon number of oxygen atoms associated with them, they can be differentiated into ribose sugar and deoxyribose sugar. Then I told you they contain nitrogenous base also. Differences between purine and pyrimidine. Examples for purine, examples for pyrimidine, everything we have seen. Third one is phosphoric acid, we have seen. Now listen. By using these three components, namely sugar, phosphoric acid and this one, what is that, nitrogenous base, how to construct a nucleotide, we have to learn here. So let me explain you about construction of a nucleotide here. How to construct a nucleotide by using these three raw materials, we have to remember here. Construction of a nucleotide, let me explain you here. As we have seen, any nucleotide will be having a centrally located sugar molecule in it. There will be a centrally located sugar molecule. So basically, a nucleotide will be having a sugar molecule like this. We have seen already, this is a pentose sugar. This is the first carbon atom, second, third, fourth and fifth carbon atom will be present here. This is the first carbon atom. Okay. With this sugar molecule, where the nitrogen base will be attached, where the nitrogen base, whether it is adenine, guanine, cytosine, whatever it is, where it will be attached, we have to see. Remember, to the first carbon atom of the sugar molecule, the nitrogen base will be attached here. Suppose, if that nitrogen base is a purine, imagine, purine means 9 carbon compound. If the nitrogen base is a purine, it will be attached with the sugar molecule with its 9th carbon atom like this. A purine's 9th carbon atom will join with first carbon atom of the sugar molecule. This is a purine. It is a double ringed structure. Here first carbon, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, I told you. 7, 8 and 9. That 9th carbon atom of the purine will join with the first carbon atom of the sugar molecule. This type of bond created between a sugar and a nitrogen base, this is known as N-glycosidic bond, it can be called. This bond is known as N-glycosidic bond, it can be called. So N-glycosidic bond will attach a nitrogen base called purine with its first carbon atom of the sugar molecule. What about a pyrimidine means? In pyrimidine also, suppose imagine this is the another nucleotide I am drawing here. This is also a sugar molecule. Here also we have first carbon atom. Here we have fifth carbon atom, imagine. With this first carbon atom, if at all a pyrimidine has to be attached means that pyrimidine will be attached with its third carbon atom here. So third carbon atom of the pyrimidine will join with the first carbon atom of the sugar molecule. If at all it is made up of pyrimidine. Suppose if it is a purine base means 9th carbon atom of the purine will join with the first carbon atom of the sugar molecule. Okay. So there is a sugar, there is nitrogenous base. This component, the sugar and nitrogenous base component, otherwise the combination of sugar and nitrogenous base is called as a nucleoside, we are telling. Remember this new word I am introducing here. Nucleoside we have to learn here. It is not a nucleotide, it is not yet completed structure of nucleotide. Only two components are there. So what is a nucleoside? A nucleoside will have one sugar molecule and one nitrogenous base in it without phosphoric acid. Nucleotide minus phosphoric acid is called nucleoside, remember. Otherwise, nucleoside is made up of sugar and nitrogenous base only. There are many questions in competitive exams, even in 1 mark board exam also. Give 2 examples for nucleoside, or which among the following is not a nucleoside, like that and all questions can be asked. I will give you some examples for a nucleoside. Nucleoside means sugar plus nitrogenous base. Suppose imagine if the sugar is a deoxyribose sugar. Imagine it is a deoxyribose sugar. I am writing a small d here. It is a deoxyribose sugar. If it joins with adenine base, the nitrogen base is adenine base. So this adenine plus deoxyribose sugar will give you deoxyadenosine, it will give. Deoxyadenosine it will become. So what is the nucleoside? Nitrogenous base plus sugar molecule. The sugar molecule is deoxyribose sugar and nitrogen base is adenine, means which type of nucleoside you will get? It will be deoxyadenosine. Do you get my point? Similarly, if the sugar molecule is deoxyribose sugar and the base is guanine, means imagine this point also. Guanine means the resulting nucleoside will be deoxyguanosine, it can be called. Deoxyguanosine. Do you get this point? Deoxyguanosine is made up of 2 components. One is deoxyribose sugar, another one is guanine base. Thirdly, imagine this deoxyribose sugar can join with cytosine base also. Yeah, pyrimidine I am drawing. Because pyrimidine can also be found with the sugar molecule. Deoxyribose sugar plus cytosine, it will be resulting in deoxycytidine, we can say. Cytidine, not a cytosine, it is cytidine we are writing, that is a nucleoside. Whereas this is a base, this cytidine is a nucleoside. Deoxyribose sugar plus thymine, thymine plus thymine, it will be known as deoxythymidine, it can be called. Thymidine nucleoside, it can be called. I am not writing about nucleotide, it is nucleoside. What is nucleoside? Sugar plus nitrogen base only. Why we should talk about nucleoside? We will see later in biochemistry detail. Here, deoxyribose sugar plus adenine will give you deoxyadenosine. Deoxyribose sugar plus guanine will give you deoxyguanosine. And cytosine, deoxyribose sugar plus cytosine, deoxycytidine and deoxythymidine. Please remember, there is no deoxyuridine. Uracil will not be present in DNA. I told you already, it will be only 4 types of nucleosides. You can see in the, what is that, DNA molecule. Sir, what about RNA? Means, in RNA also, there can be sugar and nitrogenous base. RNA nucleoside. I am writing here about RNA nucleosides. Suppose there is ribose sugar plus adenine base, means it will be simply called as adenosine. Ribose sugar plus adenine means it will be known as adenosine. You need not write the prefix deoxy. Deoxy prefix need not be written here. Simply if we write adenosine, it indicates ribose sugar plus adenine. Do you get my point? If at all it is deoxyribose sugar, it should be deoxyadenosine. I have to write the prefix of deoxy. Here there is no need of writing any prefix. Similarly, students, there can be guanosine also. What is guanosine made up of? Ribose sugar plus guanine. Is it or not? Ribose sugar plus guanine. Cytidine. There will be, if I write cytidine, it is nothing but a nucleoside of RNA. Cytidine is a nucleoside of RNA, where ribose sugar plus cytosine base will be present. Cytosine, cytidine. Remember the difference. Then I can write uridine also. Uridine refers to a nucleoside where ribose sugar plus uracil base will be present. Here remember, there won't be thymidine. Ribose sugar plus thymine cannot combine. Similarly, deoxyribose sugar plus uracil cannot happen. So these are the 4 types of nucleosides of RNA. I am writing about nucleosides of RNA. Here I wrote about nucleosides of DNA here. Okay. Nucleosides of DNA we have seen. 8 examples we have to remember. Understand the difference between adenosine, deoxyadenosine, guanosine, deoxyguanosine, cytidine, deoxycytidine, uridine, and here deoxythymidine. So you can understand another point. Among the 4 types of nucleosides, adenine, guanine, cytosine are common for both DNA and RNA. Where do they differ? They differ in the uracil base or in the thymine base only, mainly. So main difference is in sugar molecule. Second difference is whether they contain thymine or uracil, you can see. Suppose imagine if I give you 2 nucleic acids and ask you to find out which is DNA, which is RNA. How will you find out? DNA is made up of deoxyribose sugar and it may contain thymine. It will contain thymine along with adenine, guanine and cytosine. These are the 2 major points. RNA means it is made up of ribose sugar. It will contain uridine in it, not thymine. So these are the nucleoside. Do you get my point? I did not still tell you about nucleotide. So far I told you about nucleoside only. This nucleoside is made up of sugar and nitrogen base. If the nitrogen base is a purine, it will combine with the first carbon atom of the sugar with its 9th carbon atom. If it is a purine, 9th carbon atom of the purine will combine with the first carbon atom of the sugar molecule. If it is a pyrimidine, 3rd carbon atom of the pyrimidine will combine with the first carbon atom of the sugar. Okay, let me come to a nucleotide. What is a nucleotide made up of? Phosphoric acid. Imagine, sir, where will we combine phosphoric acid? Please listen. Phosphoric acid will be found in the 5th carbon atom of the sugar molecule here. Phosphoric acid is present in the 5th carbon atom of the sugar molecule. First carbon atom combines with nitrogen base. 5th carbon atom combines with phosphoric acid. Phosphoric acid will combine with 5th carbon atom, whereas nitrogen base will combine with first carbon atom. Now you are getting a complete structure of a nucleotide. Listen to me. This bond which is formed between sugar and phosphoric acid is known as phosphoester bond, it can be called. This bond is otherwise known as phosphoester bond. So 2 types of bonds I told you. One is glycosidic bond, another one is phosphoester bond. Where do we find glycosidic bond? Between sugar and nitrogenous base. This is nitrogen base. Where do we find phosphoester bond? Between phosphoric acid and sugar molecule. Similarly, here also I can join one phosphoric acid Pa I am writing, H3PO4, you know that the double bond O will be forming the ester bond here. So this is also, this bond is called phosphoester bond. This bond is called N-glycosidic bond. Now we are getting a nucleotide completely. So we have understood the difference between nucleoside and nucleotide. Nucleoside is made up of sugar and nitrogen base. Nucleotide is made up of sugar, nitrogenous base and phosphoric acid in it. All the three will give you nucleotide. When three components are joining together, two types of bonds are needed. One is called phosphoester bond, which is present between sugar, fifth carbon atom of the sugar and phosphoric acid. Another one is called N-glycosidic bond, present between the nitrogen base and the sugar molecule. This is one sugar molecule, one nucleotide. This is another nucleotide. By seeing the nucleotide, you can say whether what are the components present in them. Here it contains purine, here it contains pyrimidine. Is it or not? Single ringed, double ringed, I can say. Suppose whether the sugar is deoxyribose sugar or ribose sugar, how to find out? Second carbon atom you have to check. If the second carbon atom has one oxygen group extra in it, then it is called ribose sugar. It is a type of ribose nucleotide. Ribose nucleotide will have one oxygen atom in second carbon atom extra. Here there is no oxygen, only hydrogen will be present. I can call it as deoxyribose nucleotide. Here it is containing deoxyribose sugar and it is a nucleotide, we can see. Do you get these differences? This is pyrimidine, this is purine. This is ribose sugar, this is deoxyribose sugar. Here there is phosphoric acid. All the three will be together called as nitrogen base, sugar plus phosphoric acid. This will be one nucleotide, this will be one nucleotide. Dear students, you can understand the carbon atoms utilization in the sugar molecule. First carbon atom of the sugar is utilized for joining with nitrogen base. Second carbon atom will tell us whether it is a ribose sugar or a deoxyribose sugar. Fifth carbon atom is joining with phosphoric acid. So first, second and fifth. What is the role of third carbon atom? Already fourth carbon atom I told you, it will give stability here. Then only third carbon atom we have to learn. We will tell you about it. Now I told you about a nucleotide. Now, how to name this nucleotide? Sir, these are all nucleosides. What about nucleotide means? Suppose if I add one suffix here, adenosine monophosphate, if I write means adenosine monophosphate, then it will be called as a nucleotide. Remember this point. It is a nucleotide. What is a nucleotide? One phosphate group will be extra here. Adenosine monophosphate. Suppose if I write deoxyadenosine monophosphate, it is a DNA nucleotide, I can say. So we have seen about 8 types of nucleosides. How to construct a nucleotide we have seen. Then I told you about the different components of the nucleotide also in detail. Sugar component, nitrogenous base, purine and pyrimidine difference we have learnt today. And in addition to that, what is a nucleoside, what is a nucleotide we have learnt in these classes. Deoxyadenosine monophosphate, DAMP, I can write. Deoxyadenosine monophosphate. DGMP I can write. DGMP refers to what? Deoxyguanosine. This is ribose RNA. Let me write here. Deoxyguanosine monophosphate. DGMP refers to deoxyguanosine monophosphate. It is a nucleotide. When I add a suffix phosphate, it becomes a nucleotide. DGMP means guanosine monophosphate, not Gulbarga Mahanagar Palike. Okay. It is a guanosine monophosphate, that is a nucleotide, remember. Deoxycytidine monophosphate, deoxythymidine monophosphate. Here adenine monophosphate, not deoxy, because it is ribose, R&D. Guanosine monophosphate, cytidine monophosphate, uridine monophosphate. Simply I can write UMP, I should not write D here. CMP, cytidine monophosphate, GMP, guanosine monophosphate, AMP, adenine monophosphate, adenosine monophosphate. They are all nucleotides. Only when I don't write phosphate, it becomes a nucleoside. Do you get the difference between nucleoside and tide? Nucleoside means sugar plus base. Nucleotide means sugar, base and phosphoric acid. Let me stop with this. Please go through this point again and again. Try to understand the two types of bonds, how to construct a nucleotide, everything. In the next class we shall see how to get a nucleotide chain. Okay, polynucleotide chain, how to get, how DNA is produced, everything we will discuss here. Let me stop with this. Okay, thank you.